Yes, I am glad to say that many things have changed. While in the past the Commission and the EU authorities were really not supportive to industry because they wanted absolutely to cut emissions at any cost, nowadays they have come a little bit down to earth and they are more pragmatic. And this has many consequences also for us, because the Commission decided to make first tests with assessing the impact of the EU legislation on certain subsectors. And I'm very proud to say that aluminium was selected together with the petrol refineries for the first fitness checks that the Commission will do. What is a fitness check? It's going to be the following. They will select all the EU legislation that would have an impact on aluminium, and they will charge some consultants, external consultants, to measure the impact that these legislations may have had or will have on the industry in order to correct their policy. And this is very, very welcome, because the industry has been suffering a lot under some European legislations, and really we needed that dramatically. So at least after years and years of active lobbying, telling the truth, alerting them on the needs, we have now a begin of a reaction, and we hope that now with this fitness check they will fully realize that they have to bring corrections to their legislation if they want to have industry in the future. But also this is part of a bigger picture, which is part of what we say, and we are not the only ones to say, because we have also Business Europe, the association of all the industries in Europe, behind us. We say we need in Europe really first of all, an energy policy, and secondly also an industrial policy. Because so far the European Commission and the European legislators were talking a lot about their industrial policy, but they haven't got an industrial policy. What they had were measures here and there, totally uncoordinated, which they thought would constitute a real industrial policy, and that is absolutely not the case. So what is very important, and the good news, is that also this morning Business Europe has released a new policy paper where they really recommend EU to adopt a real energy industry and industrial policy if they want Europe to be one competitive economy for the future. So the policy where the legislators and especially some dreamers, environmentalists, were willing to give everything to let's say, cutting greenhouse gases, irrespective of the interest of economy. Now there seems to be a better balance between the needs to protect the planet and also the needs to safeguard and to keep an industry that is absolutely vital for the planet. One of the things that I have been saying and repeating very heavily, because many politicians think that they don't need aluminium because it's energy intensive, but we have persuaded them that aluminium, when you look at the whole life cycle, from, let's say, the production, which is very energy intensive, passing through the recycling, which is absolutely very, very economic in energy, and also the use phase, lightweighting in the cars and everything, then really aluminium is part of the solution to go and to match the Kyoto objectives. And now I think that they understood that, and another campaign that we were having is the following: they want a green economy, and they think that they can kill the old economy, and we would belong to the old economy. Now what we say, and I think they start to realize this, there will be no green economy without aluminium, and that is a very important message. And I think that they increasingly are convinced that this is absolutely vital. So there is some light in the end of the tunnel. We have achieved to change a bit the mentalities. Of course, it's not only aluminium, it's industry in general, but aluminium in particular was very much threatened by the policy. So we are seeing now a bit light in the end of the tunnel, and we can hope that our industry will flourish again in Europe in a better political environment.